Alright you guys, so today's video is going to be featuring Angie Queen Hair, which is a new company that I will be working with. So they sent me 3 bundles and a closure. All of the bundles were the same length. They were 22 inches and the closure was 20 inches. So here I'm just showing you what they look like. And then I'm going to move on to bleaching the knot. So I'm using a 50 volume developer, of course, and my BW2 powder bleach. I mixed it until I got a nice thick creamy consistency, and then I spread it over the lace and I let it sit for about 15 minutes. So here I'm just showing you none of that bleach seeped onto the other side. It didn't seep onto the roots or anything like that. So after I bleach my knots, I'm going to move on to plucking, and as Arrogant Tay told us, make sure you're plucking with something white underneath because it'll help you see better and it'll be a better guideline to make sure you're not over plucking or under plucking. So that's what I'm going to do before I move on to actually making the wig. So here's what my closure looks like once I finish plucking this, and I'm going to move on to making my wig. So I'm using this spandex dome cap, which I got from the beauty supply store. I'm going to be using that to make my wig. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the dome cap on my mannequin head, and then I'm going to pin my closure in place, and I'm going to begin sewing it down with my thread and my needle. And also you want to make sure you are laying your closure nice and flat, because if your closure is not flat on your mannequin head, guess what, it's not going to be flat when you put it on your head. So make sure you have pinned that baby down in place and she is nice and flat. Alright, so once I finish sewing down my closure, now we're going to move on to making our wig. So I'm going to place this plastic shower cap on my mannequin head, and then I'm going to place my dome cap, my wig cap, on top of that just to protect it from the glue, because we are going to be making a quick weave wig. So I'm going to unravel the bundle, and then I'm just going to measure from side to side how long I want the actual track to be, and then I'm going to cut it with my scissors, and then I'm going to be taking this 30-second super bonding glue, well, hair bonding glue, you know, girl, because we be using this for our eyelashes, okay? Don't act like you don't know. So I'm going to be using that glue that's actually supposed to be for tracks and for your hair, and I'm going to be using that to adhere my bundles to it. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm just going to measure from side to side, cut the track, apply the glue, and then I'm just going to press it in place. So this was super duper easy to make, y'all, and this was actually my first quick weave wig, so I was super excited. It came out popping, of course. Okay, so that's basically what I'm going to be doing from here on out, just measuring each length of the track that I want it to be, and then I'm going to apply that glue, pop it in place, and then let it sit for about like 15 to 20 seconds. my progress after 2 bundles. So I finished my 3rd bundle and this is how it turned out. So all I'm going to do is just pull that plastic shower cap out of the wig, which it was super duper easy. It wasn't tough or anything like that. I'm going to pull that out of the wig and then we are going to move on to actually installing it. So this is what the wig looks like. So I'm just going to pop it on my head, and I'm actually going to be doing a side part with this wig. For some reason I feel like closures, especially this was a 4x4 closure, I feel like closures that are 4x4, they're better suited as a side part because it gives you a little bit more flexibility. I feel like when you wear a 4x4 as a middle part, it kind of gives 4x4, you know what I'm saying? So that's why typically if I have a 4x4 closure, I do a side part because I just feel like it looks better. So all I'm going to be doing is just running my hot comb with my wax stick through the roots of the wig to get it as flat as possible, and then I'm just going to be perfecting my side part before I go on to cutting the lace and everything like that. Let's take this overboard now. Alright, so now I'm just going to be razoring over my lace using an eyebrow razor. Of course, y'all know I love eyebrow razors. It gives you the perfect jagged look when cutting your lace. And then of course I'm going to be also taking my red can of the Eden Lace Bomb Wonder Spray to lay down my wig, and I let that sit with an elastic band over it for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to take it off, and then we are going to begin actually styling this wig. So I did add some curls to the wig on my mannequin head before I put it on my head, just because it's a little bit easier for me. I love styling my wigs on a mannequin head. I feel like I move quicker and my styling comes out a little bit neater, so that's what I did. But I left the front section where my closure was. I did not curl that part because I didn't know if I was going to be doing a side part or middle part. So I'm just going to curl the rest of that section before I go on to actually doing my baby hairs. Alright, so now I'm going to be styling and laying my baby hairs with this Edge Booster gel. Y'all, this has been one of my favorites to do my baby hairs. It doesn't leave like a residue, and it's not super like greasy or oily. Like once it dries, it doesn't leave like any type of, you know, weird, you know, icky feeling on your hair, which I know a lot of gels and, you know, stuff like that, styling products, they leave that feeling. So this is why I definitely have been loving this. It is a little bit pricey, but I would definitely say it's worth it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be taking my edge brush, smoothing my baby hairs, and then I'm going to be taking some Bio Silk and applying that onto the hair before I go on and start combing out my curls. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look and this is how my hair turned out. So again, thank you to Angie Queen Hair for sponsoring this video. I will link all of their information down in the description box below, as well as the link to this exact hair in case you're interested in purchasing. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you beauties in my next one. Bye.